Hello guys, I recently became evil and I'd like to explain why. So it began when I was a wee little baby in my mother's womb. Fine. I was a huge people pleaser because I felt like if I kept the peace, everyone would be happy. And I kept giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And I realized when you give a lot, people take a lot. The more you give, the more people take. And so I was confused because I thought the more you give, people love you. No, it's the other way around. I was living my life with a whole part of myself missing. I villainized my flaws. I made my flaws be something bad. Whenever I would live or exist around people, I would delete anything that I thought made me a bad person. I became quieter. I became more afraid. I shut myself down. I dimmed my light for other people's comfort. And I made everyone else center stage except myself. And I thought it was the right thing to do because everyone seemed happier when I felt invisible. But then I realized everyone around me only cared about themselves, what they could get and how they could get what they wanted. So even if I was giving because I wanted everyone to be comfortable or I wanted to be liked, both good and bad reasons, it was dangerous and actually very bad self-preservation. Because as I lost more, because I gave it all away, as I lost, people also started to not want to be around me because I had nothing to take, which was sad. It's sad, but it is the reality of how people are. My family, friends, everyone around me was only focused on themselves. And I'm not gonna lie, the first time I realized I kind of crashed out, both on main and in private. I crashed out everywhere. It was a universal crash out. Kind of crashed out and I was angry because I was so confused and frustrated and in shock. I was in shock. I reached a point where I lost almost everything. Like, besides maybe my body. And all I got rewarded for after giving my entire life away, like everything away, all my love, my attention, affection, money if I had any, I gave it all away. And all I had at the point when I had nothing was myself. Because no one wanted to deal with me because it was too difficult for them. Because according to their life plans, it was too complicated for them to have me in their plans if they already had their own life plans. And I thought to myself, well, why have I wasted so much time, so much life, giving it away to people that when I have nothing, don't care where I am or if I live or die? And so I made an executive decision and I was like, I'm gonna become evil then. And it might be bad, but I feel like it's necessary for me to stay alive. I mean, because I was literally gonna die. I lost everything. Like, I literally lost everything. And I'm not even kidding. While I was going down and losing things and everything, and I could see the impending doom, I'm like, oh, I'm going there. I didn't even reach there. And people were gone. Like, man, I'm not even there yet. Oh, so I was like, damn. So if people are gonna disappear when I have a difficult situation and when my life gets bad, why am I wasting my time giving to them? It made me question everything. It really did. It made me question my life. It made me question reality. It made me question what even selfishness is and if it's bad. It made me question if being evil is bad. Because I was like, if I have to be evil and have things and be safe, or I have to be good and have nothing, I think I'd rather be evil. I think I'd rather be evil. I spent 2 decades of my life surrounded by people that hated me. And I didn't know they hated me because they weren't very open about it. It was more of a it was more of a covert kind of hatred. But there were moments where I would notice it and I would think to myself, that's a bit strange that they would react like that. I would notice someone I'm dating have a smirk on their face when I'm going through something difficult, or laugh when I experience something sad, or when I cry, or become more excited or more happy when I'm losing things. I would see friends at the time talk about things or be excited about things that I'm complaining about. Think to myself, well, they're just going, their life is good. They're just experiencing happiness. But now as time has passed by, in hindsight, I look at it and I realize, oh, they were doing it to hurt me. Because there was an intentionality in it. It's not that maybe I lost a pair of shoes and then this person just happened to buy a new pair. It's that they would know I lost a pair of shoes, and in an intention to hurt me and to cause me suffering, they would buy a pair of shoes and show me, just to, brag. They have something I don't. That was the people I was around for the last 2 decades, from my parents to every other relationship. Partners I would date would cause me great suffering and frustration. And when I cried, they would smirk or find it kind of funny. And I thought to myself, that's weird. I once called out someone I was dating on doing that. And I said, why are you laughing? This is not funny. And they made some kind of excuse like, oh, it's just, this is the way, this is this is the way my father used to be. He used to smirk too, Or maybe that's true. Maybe they did learn it from their parents. Maybe their parents were the same. But it really made me question things at the time, but I didn't have enough information to realize that that the people around me were masochistic. There were signs, but I didn't realize how masochistic they really were. So I would give them grace because I thought, okay, maybe, you can't help it. It's true. This is who you are. This is how you are. Oh, even if it's how you are is hurting me. Who you are is enjoying my pain. So why would I bring you into my life? Why would I have you with me by my side if you take pleasure in my suffering? How can you say you love me or you care about me or I'm important to you if you take pleasure in my suffering? So I would intentionally withhold things from me that they know I needed, just to see how I react, or just to see if I'm in pain or not, and then talk about it. And that's how a lot of my smear campaigns happened. Yes, plural. That's how a lot of my smear campaigns happened, because I was around partners and friends who hated me. And so they would intentionally hurt me, wait for a reaction, and go talk about it. And that's what they spent their time doing because they enjoyed my suffering. And they would find people who took pleasure in my suffering alongside them to collectively laugh or smear my name or ruin my reputation or bully me in groups, make jokes and make me uncomfortable in public spaces. And yeah. So I realized the people around me hated me. They hated me. they didn't love me. Growing up in a toxic household, I didn't even understand what love was or what hate was, because they're kind of the same when you grow up in an abusive home. Love and hate, there's no separation. Uh, your mother will ruin your reputation and will steal your money and will, you know, and will insult you, and then she will also buy you birthday presents and send you gifts and so there's a lot of confusion when you come from a toxic household. There's a lot of everything is mixed up. And I think that's why I ended up with so many people that treated me that way. I am partially to blame. So as much as I'd like to say these people did all these things to me, I'm partially to blame because I too allowed it to happen. And now that I know better, I don't. But at the time, I didn't know better and I allowed it to happen. And I allowed people to treat me poorly. Oh my God. It's heartbreaking to have to separate yourself from everyone, to spend 2 decades of your life hated and confused. Because I always thought it was something I did. And that maybe if I was more attentive, more patient, more understanding, that things would change, that people would be kinder. They took advantage of that to abuse me more. They knew I wanted things to be good, or I wanted to be kind. So they used that to treat me more poorly. I'm so much better now. And I'm restarting after over 2 decades now. I'm restarting my life on a new chapter as a better person, in better places with better people who treat me better. And I treat myself better too. But yeah. So that's why I became evil. Because I decided I had to be selfish and I decided I had to be bad, quote unquote. Because as I was cutting a lot of these people off, a lot of them called me selfish. Despite the fact that I gave away so much to them and gave my whole life, even to people like my mother, gave everything I could have. By the time I had enough of them doing their terrible things and I said, leave me alone, they thought I was selfish. And I was like, that's interesting. That after all the masochism and the suffering you've caused me, that I'm the selfish one. And so I took it on. And I said, I guess I am selfish. I guess I am evil. And I guess I am mochi. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Take care of yourself. Bye.